Hello and welcome to the New Indian Express Online. I'm Bansi Kadapa. With me is a very esteemed panel of, uh, shall we call them activists of Indian origin. They are essentially persons of Indian origin based in different nations across the world. First of all, we have Mr. Subhash Balapanawar, who is based out of US, who is essentially the international convener of this huge group of more than 840 members who are based in different countries across the world. And then we have Mr. Prashant, who's based out of Muscat. This is in the Gulf area in the nation of Oman. And finally, we have Mr. Sanjay, who's presently talking to us from Tokyo in Japan, but who is otherwise based out of Singapore. So let me start off straight away. First of all, Mr. Balapanawar, your quick thoughts on this. Indian diaspora is very large, and the NRI community has been exploited by many unscrupulous persons back home in India. What exactly is this complaint all about? What do you mean by this?
Yeah, these unscrupulous groups or agencies, what we call, they think that we are just a money machines, and there are some groups, agencies siphon our money in the bank by forging the signatures, encroach or trespass the lands, or not delivering the villas and apartments, etc. Filing affairs is hindered by a non-supportive system, though if we succeed, there will be a counter FIR, adds complexity to the in terms of visa, and NRIs can't intervene and fight due to potential arrest, jeopardizing the career. On top of the system delays filing the charge sheet. Unprofessional and unethical professionals aggravate this situation further. There's a talk that some groups tracking NRIs assets through social media, and they will relay that one to the some unscrupulous groups, what we mentioned at the top. Thank you.
Okay. So, my second question to you is, what systemic safeguards would you propose as a solution? What are the remedies really?
We come up with some draft request asked to the government of India. The group formulated all those request requirements. The one is first legal protection of property disputes, resolution of disputes involving movable, immovable properties, dispute of properties, real estate, not handing over the possession, cheating by builders, banking related cheating, forging, etc. And we are asking NRI investigation agency. The provisions are like online FIR filing, online inquiry and documentation, and timely bond resolutions. And also requesting a non-bailable warrants to the accused parties. NRI protection also is important because there will be a lot of counter FIR, and these counter FIR cannot be admissible or applicable not only to the NRIs, immediate families also. Requirement to permission or residence countries, embassy, or approval from High Court judges is required to arrest any NRIs. And any accountability is supposed to be live with the district head in maybe IAS or IPS, that's this thing. Then we also asking the ease of transaction, like, the uniform structure among NRIs in terms of TDS, etc. And there should not be any buffering period for the repatriation of our investments, And also we are, last but not the least, online voting is very important. If we get that one, the things may change dramatically.
Okay. Quickly,
can add to that, right? Sorry.
Mr. Prashant. Yeah, okay. I'll go to Mr. Prashant after you, Mr. Sanjay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, see, one which is when we talk about ease, right? If you look at it today, many of the Indian websites, for example, they're not even accessible from overseas. A good example will be, we're talking about property, and if you talk about RERA websites, unless and until we go through a VPN, we can't even access it. So these are some of the very basic things that you need, right? They need to be made accessible to NRIs from overseas, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Prashant?
Yeah, see, what I observed all through these years investing in property, once the cheaters are there always, they cheat. But the process, judicial as well as the police, is too long. It is taking long. It should be, what is our demand? It should be fast tracked, and there should be some judicial reforms, especially for the NRIs, because we cannot attend courts often, and these are getting prolonged for various reasons. Even our group of more than 200 people went to file an FIR. They don't file an FIR just because we are NRIs. They know that these people cannot come often. We have to go to a high court to get order from the judge to file even an FIR. So online FIR we demand, and fast tracking of the judicial process for all the NRI issues, NRI Protection Bill, as Subhash had told.
Okay. On 5th of February, you and other persons of Indian origin will physically reach out to Indian embassies and consulates and give them a petition seeking relief and protection. Mr. Subhash, what exactly is this all about on 5th of February?
Yeah, approximately 1 out of every 3 NRIs encountering these issues, amounting to an estimated stake of around 800 to 1,000 crores within our 800 plus groups as of today. Okay. For the first 3 months, our group has grown around 1,000 individuals, and this number may increase to 6 digits soon. NRIs from over the 30 countries are becoming increasingly aware of the issues, and many prepare to engage with our government through embassies or consulates worldwide. There is a widespread apprehension about investing in India unless the government implements a protective legislation to address our concerns and resolve ongoing issues promptly.
Okay. Now, the political parties in India are preparing for the 2024, mega Lok Sabha polls. So, would you like these parties to really take it up in their manifestos? For example, the main parties, the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Indian National Congress, and the other parties, would you like them to take it up in the manifestos, because it can be suitably addressed once it is in their manifestos?
Yes, we are trying to include that one in the major parties' manifestos, but the majority of manifestos stay confined to the paper, as we all know, right? We endeavor to advocate for their implementation in the form of ordinance or something. As election approach, if the code of conduct is enforced, manifestos might offer some respite. Delay aggravate the situation, leading to heightened awareness and reduced investments. We aim to engage with the political parties and leaders across India.
See, now, definitely we would like them to take it up, but I believe this is where the NRI voting also gets important, right? I think if without that, I'm not really sure how much the political parties will show interest. While it is really important to them, definitely, but without the voting enablement, I think there's limited success, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. See, till now, the NRIs in any of the political party manifestos, there is no mention of the NRIs and their issues. So this time we demand that they put it in the manifesto, as nearly 30% of the forex we are investing. We are important people. It's not that they should neglect us. So we demand that it should be included.
Can you, in rupee terms or in dollar terms, say what is 30% of forex, roughly, in rough terms, approximately?
Around $125 billion per year.
Yes.
125 billion.
Yes.
Billion dollars. That's a very, very huge amount of money.
And it is a forex reserve that has a huge impact on Indian economy.
Okay. So you have taken this motto that nobody stores water in leaky pots. So if the system continues to bleed the NRIs, and if the system continues to remain unresponsive to genuine issues raised by the NRIs, then it's only a matter of time before the wealth that is otherwise invested in India can go to other destinations. So, Mr. Subhash and Mr. Prashant and Mr. Sanjay, all the very best on your endeavor to seek justice, even as you go out to the embassies on Feb 5th across the world. We will continue to track all these developments and updates. Thank you for joining us on this program.